have to do is call my name and I'll be there on the next train. When you leave.
To be honest, I'm more jealous of Rory than I am Lorelai. You can keep the men. I want the money. Hi, I'm Bridgette and I'm back. Firstly, I just want to say a massive, massive thank you for everybody who's riding with me on this chaotic journey through Gilmore Girls. I appreciate you. Secondly, I'm about to leave for Portugal, not on holiday, to do a gig. It's raining there anyway, so don't be too jealous. It's giving rush, but we're going to get through it. So without further ado, let us get into the mess.
If you're out on the road.
Distant cousin Claudia died and not one Gilmore girl cared. Chilton had an unnecessary bake sale and Lorelai was cornered by Max Medina, who begged her to go out with him. Max and Lorelai ended up having a coffee date and kind of sort of solidified that they have some sort of compatibility. I would like to take this opportunity right now to tell you that I am over my Max Medina obsession. I'm actually finding him quite irksome now when I think about it. I'm nothing if not inconsistent. Babette and Maury's cat Cinnamon unfortunately left this mortal earth, but they did hold a cat funeral for him, which more people attended than my 21st birthday party. Upstaged by a cat. Yeah, love my life. After acting super bizarrely and super awkwardly, Rory finally told Dean that she liked him, but then ran away after she said it. So I guess they're in a relationship now. Rory found out that Lorelai was dating her teacher Max Medina, and she wasn't pleased initially, but Lorelai didn't give a shit and basically said she would be seeing him regardless.
And that's what you missed on
Gilmore Girls. So the episode starts as usual at the Friday night dinner and the lighting is a little bit brighter. So I'm thinking, okay, the conversation's going to be lighter. Wrong. Emily says to Rory that their lawyer's coming around tomorrow. So would she mind ever so much going around the house and picking things out that she would like to keep after they die? But Emily's very cheery about it. For two very much alive people, they seem very excited about it.
Your grandfather and I thought it might be nice after dinner for you to go around the house and pick out what you'd like us to leave you in our will.
Take a look at that desk in my office. It's a really fine Georgian piece.
Okay, so Rory is supposed to be 16. Have I got that right? Because I am confusion. What is this get up? It's so dowdy. I'm sorry, you heard it here first. Rory Gilmore absolutely cannot dress. Emily, on the other hand, is giving us a little nod towards Kim Jong-un. It's a choice. Anyway, the Gilmore Girls are finding random ornate things to stick sticky notes on because that is what Emily and Richard have told them to do. Emily again saying what we were all thinking about Lorelai.
It must be very exhausting to be you.
So it turns out that it's Rory's birthday next week and it happens to fall on a Friday. So Lorelai says to Emily, I know we have Friday night dinner here, but it's Rory's birthday. And Emily Gilmore is like, Sozhan, no, that's the day that has been prearranged since you decided that I will be paying for your daughter's education. So you'll be coming here as promised, period. Rory will be having 2 birthdays. Lucky her.
Look away! Look away!
Back at the inn, and Jackson is not only wearing a pair of dungarees again, he's also wearing a tie-dye t-shirt and a bandana wrapped on his head like a pirate. I cannot with this man. I think we all know where he will be heading in the character analysis at the end of this shift. Do you know what? I need a new category entitled Straight to Hell. The stylist hates this man. Anyway, he's in the scene because he comes up with some weird fruit that he's cross-pollinated and apparently it's delicious. It's between a kumquat and I can't remember the other one because literally who cares? I can't take him seriously in that outfit. My man could have invented water and it would not have made up for that outfit. Sorry. Back at the Gilmore Girls' house and Rory is ordering pizza and honestly, I felt so nostalgic. I miss those days of not having Deliveroo, Uber Eats, when there would just be a few leaflets that you could choose from. You'd have your pizza delivery, your Chinese, your Indian, and there'd be like 3 local places and you'd call up and they'd know who you were and they'd know what your order is. And life was simple and I was young and I didn't have to pay for anything and I didn't have to have a job because my mum had a job. Anyway, after that, Emily calls up and it's kind of sweet. She wants to go shopping for Rory's birthday and she asked Lorelai to go with her because she wants to make sure that she gets Rory a present that Rory actually wants. And I was like, oh, Emily, come through, witty, and now we also see you have a heart. She really genuinely seems to care about Rory and she also seems a little bit jealous of the relationship that Lorelai has built up with Rory and she wants in. Lorelai's actually quite receptive to this and I'm like, okay, building bridges, I see you. We're back at Chilton, but Tristan is the first person that we see. Oh, this guy. He's just always there. So he ends up presenting Rory with a very formal invitation that Emily Gilmore has sent to apparently all the kids at Chilton, or at least all the kids in her class, which is, it's a power move. Can you imagine your grandma inviting your classmates to a party? But to be honest, if I had a rich grandma with a huge house that was inviting my friends over, I don't think I'd be mad at that. So Lorelai and Emily go shopping at a kind of ugly looking mall to pick out some gifts for Rory. And Emily's struggling to find something for Rory because, let's be honest, she literally does not know this girl. She sort of absent-mindedly kind of picks up these really ugly-looking plastic bracelets made for an 8-year-old. And for some reason, Lorelai's like, oh my God, they are stunning. Rory would love them. I thought Lorelai liked Rory. So what the hell is this? We're only a few episodes in and I know the bitch likes books. Why not get her, I don't know, a first edition from her favourite author, or, I don't know, a voucher for books, or a session with a stylist? However, Emily and Lorelai are bonding, so that's nice, I guess. Lorelai heads to the diner to wait for Rory because that seems to be the place that they always meet up. And she gets chatting to Luke and he randomly says,
Will you marry me?
which is so random and out of pocket and out of the blue. He says he does it to stop her from talking, but Again, writers and producers, you set us up for this huge romance between these two. You left us hanging and now you're getting Luke to just drop these casual bombshells. Meanwhile, Lorelai has got with Max Medina and all their chemistry has just disappeared. Except it hasn't. I'm just going to be so for real right now. Now I fancy Luke. Yes, I'm as fickle as Lorelai.
Hear me out.
He's cute. That's it. That's all I've got to say. Moving on. So Rory turns up in a bad mood and she says it's because she got an A- on her French test. But I think it's also because her grandma invited her entire class that she doesn't really fuck with to her party. But she doesn't tell Lorelai this. Lorelai tries to cheer her up by suggesting they wear matching tulle on her birthday. And surprisingly, that does not work. Okay, this scene where Lorelai and Rory are lying in the bed together is really cute, but isn't she turning 17?
I love you, Mom. Shh.
Obviously, I didn't have that kind of relationship with my mum, but I just don't remember being like, I love you, Mum. Obviously, I didn't have an American accent because I'm not American, but still. So I've not remarked upon the Chiltern uniform, but very stylish and better than anything she's worn previously. Okay, so Luke is giving stepdaddy. That was weird. He made Rory a whole cake and blew up some balloons for her, which is really cute. And now I'm jealous. Somebody's got daddy issues. The cake itself looks very, very dry, but that's not the point. It's the thought that counts. Very sweet effort on Luke's part. And okay, petty warning alert. Why is Dean so friggin' tall? I'm actually a tall person myself, relatively speaking, but for some reason it annoys me on Dean. I just don't like it for him. There's something about his height coupled with his behaviour that's just inherently irritating to me. Not me being heightist. Anyway, comes into the diner and mouths happy birthday, I think, at Rory, but it equally could have been I'm balding or I'm on holiday. Next time, use your words and I won't have to speculate, Dean. Back at the grandparents' house, and Emily is losing her mind over this birthday party.
Why are you touching that? Well, don't. I want those 6 inches apart. Get a ruler.
And not Richard Gilmore being an absolute charmer.
Emily,
What?
you look very nice tonight.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know how many years they've been together, but this is so cute. They still got it like that. So apparently, as well as being an innkeeper, Lorelai is a fashion designer. And she just whipped up a dress out of the material that Emily got her. And it's like, we're just on that train now. Okay, fine. The dress is very cutesy, very demure. That expression is not going to age well. We are where we are in 2024. Anyway, Emily hates the dress. The party itself, gonna be honest with you, Emily, it's giving dry and it does not feel at all appropriate for a teenage girl. Lorelai bumps into some woman called Mitzi who has a chopstick in her hair and is very obnoxious, very rude, very not mindful, very not demure, very not cutesy, and hella nosy. And for some reason, she's obsessed with Rory's dad, Christopher, and keeps asking after him. Even though that man is nowhere to be found, Lorelai even lets us know that they see him like once a year for Christmas. So why anyone should care about this man, I do not know. Useless individual. So Emily ushers Rory into the library where there are a group of teenage people dressed as middle-aged adults for some reason. So she spins around to get away from these mini adults and bumps into no other than our number one problematic fave, well, after Emily Gilmore, Paris Geller.
My parents made me come.
Oh, God.
And then Tristan walks in with a really awful clashing tie and jacket. Turns out he's from some posho family and Richard Gilmore approves of this because they're a posho family. Tristan is so insistent with Rory, and even Rory calls it. She's like, you don't even like me, so why are you doing all of this? And Paris looks on, and do I detect a little bit of jealousy? Ugh. What would Paris see in Tristan? She's too fabulous for that guy. Or is it because she actually is jealous because she likes Rory, as somebody in the comments section suggested? Time will tell. So Rory ends up shouting at Emily Gilmore in front of everyone, and Emily Gilmore is incensed and blames Lorelai. Rory and Lorelai escape to Lorelai's old childhood bedroom, and they're just on the bed and Lorelai's reminiscing about the terrible times of the past. And then Emily comes in and tells them to move. She is not here for Rory's ungrateful shenanigans, even when Rory tries to apologise to her. So Richard hands Rory an envelope for her birthday, and I presume there's money in it, and he says it's to go towards their trip to Fez. And it is at that moment that I cuss my mum out. I'm sorry, I'm now jealous of Rory. I want a rich grandparent to give me money to go on trips abroad. Obviously, I didn't cuss my mum out to her face. I cussed her out in my head. Why does she not have a rich dad? Yep, I'm definitely jealous of Rory. To be honest, I'm more jealous of Rory than I am Lorelai. You can keep the men. I want the money. So Rory invites Emily to her birthday party that they're going to be having the next day. And Emily responds cold as ice. And she's like, I have plans, sorry. Now, one thing about Miss Lorelai Gilmore is she is going to ride hard for her girl, Rory. She gives another impassioned speech about how Emily needs to forgive Rory for her rude outburst because she is sorry and just come to the party because Rory has invited her, and they have this big argument in front of the waiting staff. And honestly, I kind of see both sides. Rory was kind of rude. Emily probably shouldn't have invited a whole bunch of people from Chiltern without checking with Rory first. Obviously, I agree with Lorelai a bit more in this situation, but Emily was just trying to bond with her granddaughter in the only way she knows how, with hors d'oeuvres. And besides, she's old, so I'm going to give her some grace. Emily Gilmore would kill me if I called her old, I'm sure. The next day, Rory heads to the college fair to check out some more brochures from Harvard, and she bumps into Paris, who's also doing the same thing. Turns out they're both applying for Harvard. Neither of them are happy about it, but as Rory says, Harvard is a big school. It's fine. You don't even have to see each other. Paris also wants to know if Rory is dating Tristan. And Rory's like, no, I cannot stand that boy. And Paris is satisfied with this answer, and she actually decides for once in her life to be nice to Rory.
Hey. Nice party. Thanks.
It's a modern miracle, and I honestly can't tell if I love or hate this. I hope Paris isn't going soft on us. So, Rory has her birthday party at the Gilmore house, and I cannot tell a lie, it looks kind of lit. Where did all these people come from? Yet again, I am jealous. I couldn't gather that many people now in my old age. Lorelai ends up making a really cute speech about Rory, and it's the first time that her impassioned speech actually works. It's really cute, although she does call her pal, but you know. So Emily and Richard show up at the party and look very out of place. But how heartwarming. This random girl in the corner doesn't seem to think so. So apparently the grandparents have never visited the Gilmore girls' house, which is sad. So they run out of ice at the party, which apparently is a disaster. And Lorelai is about to run out and get some when Luke is at the door with ice in hand. And Emily's hovering and sees their chemistry that we can all see between them. Well, now we can see it again. And she asks Lorelai how long she's been seeing him. Now, for someone that has never been to her daughter's house and barely speaks to her, she's given astute. Whilst Emily's in Lorelai's bedroom, she finds a picture of Lorelai on crutches. Oh, it's actually really sad. And she's like, what the hell's this? And Lorelai's like, yeah, I broke my leg once. And Emily's like, wow, I didn't even know that you'd broken your leg. That is sad, but that is on you, Emily. I love you, girl, but that's on you. But it feels like Emily Gilmore's slowly coming to terms with just how much time she's missed. So there's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Rory gets given even more money from her grandpa. And I'm like, oh.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
So Dean comes by and gives Rory a present away from the presence of other guests. And it's a handmade chain that he's made out of leather, and I don't know, it's a coin or something. And look, okay, it's cute, fine, whatever. But Lorelai is watching from the window. And it's like a circular moment because in that moment, she realized she doesn't know Rory as well as she thought she did. That's the end of the episode, which is just as well because the bin men are coming to destroy my life. I can hear them outside the window. So Rory stays where she is. We got an almost apology out of Paris, so she climbs the ranks. Lorelai was okay, but her denial of Luke fancying her is irksome. Luke goes up because he just seems hotter in this episode. Dean, sorry, but you're going down because he's too tall. Jackson, we know how I feel about his outfit. Emily's middling because she was rough on the Gilmore girls, but I feel like she's coming to her senses. Phew, that's another episode done. I really do wish that I could do more than one episode, but it's just not feasible at the moment. Like I said, I will be editing this in Portugal, so you're welcome. I can't believe there's nearly 1,000 people on this chat. Are you lot okay? Honestly, the comment section is my absolute favourite. It's the best thing about making these videos, to be perfectly honest. And I guess I'll see you all soon. Okay, bye. If you want me to watch more of Gilmore Girls than ever before, subscribe.